Hello everybody, my name is Wolfgang. I'm the CEO of MediConsult. Right now I'm in the Malibu Creek State Park here in California, about half an hour away from Los Angeles. Unfortunately, I cannot be with you personally at the certification, so I decided to record this greeting for you. You were all close to finish the certification. Last question, did you pass the test? Hopefully you did, because if so, you are from now on, you are a certified MediConsult health technician, so congratulations for that. I hope you enjoy the weekend together with our outstanding and knowledgeable speakers. Thanks to all of them also. And before I let you go, I want to tell you a little bit about myself, because a lot of people always ask me, how did you start this business? Well, everything started with a very bad message. When I was 26, I got diagnosed as a cancer patient. I was suffering from a lymphatic cancer, a non-Hodgkin stage 3. So at that time I was 70% dead, but I was still 30% alive. And I went through a complete stage of classical medicine. They did 2 surgeries on me. I went through a complete stage of chemotherapy. And after that, I was not the same person than before. I lost about 40 kilograms, that's about 90 pounds, within 3.5 months. And because of the surgeries, the anesthesias and the chemotherapy, I was highly toxic and I started to suffering from insomnia in addition. So, suffering from cancer, your body needs to regenerate quick, and then you get in addition this insomnia, which is not a very nice combination, because on one hand you need to regenerate, on the other hand you can't, because you can't sleep through the night anymore. So once I left the hospital, I asked myself a very important question. What can I do myself now? How can I be proactive not to get into this cancer situation anymore? Because you have to know, once you suffer from cancer, you suffer your entire life, because you never know if it comes back or not. So yeah, I tried to find solutions for myself to be proactive. At that time it was not easy for me, because you know, if you don't have knowledge, you don't know what to do. So I started creating knowledge about my cancer and about things, what people can do, how they can be proactive not to get into that situation anymore. Finally, I found some good ideas. First of all, I realized I needed to get rid of the toxins. So I started a detox program with lots of water, about 7 to 8 liters. That's about close to, I think, even more than 2 gallons a day. And I also found some very good supplements. At that time, vitamins with a very high biological availability. I took those vitamins in addition with the water and started the detox program. Incidentally, at that time I was invited to a press conference in Austria. And after the press conference, a person came to me and said, listen, I heard about your story, and yeah, I might have something which maybe is able to help you. I said, what is it? And he said, did you ever hear about pulse electromagnetic fields, magnetic resonance stimulation? And at that time I never heard about that. So I asked him, what is it? What you know, how can it help me? So he started to explain what PEMFs, pulse electromagnetic fields, magnetic resonance stimulation, can do for myself, for my body. And he was drawing a picture, and you saw this picture during the certification already. It was the picture with a cell explaining how metabolism works. And this was very impressive, so I finally decided to buy one of these magic carpets. That was it at that time for me. From the history, 16 years ago, so I was maybe one of the first customers buying one of these units for home use in Austria. So I started to do the application. The guy said, do it 2 times 8 minutes a day, and you're all set. And I did it for 4 weeks consistently, and after 4 weeks I realized that absolutely nothing changed. So I was very disappointed and a little bit impatient at that time, because I wanted to get rid of my bad situation. So I called this guy and asked him, you know, to take back this unit and to send me the money back. The guy wasn't very happy about that, and he started convincing me again on the phone, and finally, you know, I went on with the application. I gave him and myself another chance, and it took 2 more weeks, so 6 weeks in addition, and then I had my first positive result, because I had my first night sleeping through like a baby. And that was quite a nice morning. I remember that day, because I realized that my body was able to regenerate. And from that day, you know, I went on with the application, and I improved day by day, and it took me about 3.5, close to 4 months, and I was close to the same person than before my first surgery, when I got diagnosed as a cancer patient. And of course, not physically, because I still, you know, needed to gain weight, but mentally and energetically I was close to the same person than before. So I was so impressed about these results, and because I did nothing by the side, I just took my vitamins, I was drinking lots of water, and I added magnetic resonance stimulation. And even if I would never say that magnetic resonance stimulation healed my cancer, but it seemed that it helped my body to increase the ability to heal itself, and that's what it did. And because it was so impressive to me, I started to research about pulsed electromagnetic field. At that time it was not easy, because there was not a lot of information on the market, and so finally I found some informations. I found a doctor. He was the first MD in Europe, his name Dr. Christian Thuile, who did research on pulsed electromagnetic fields as a medical doctor, and he had, at that time, he had all these additional qualifications. He was an acupuncturist, he was a specialist in traditional Chinese medicine, so he understood very well this idea how magnetic resonance stimulation can have an impact on human and even on animal organisms. So, and then I found the right people at the right time. We started to improve my old system, which I had at that time, and we created a new system, and that was the birth of the MRS 2000. And today we look back, you know, on close to 16 years of history of the MRS 2000. Right now with the MRS 2000 designer we have the 4th generation already, and now we start to spread the word all over the world, and also to North America, and I'm very happy about that, very glad. So yeah, just that was my story, and that was the reason why I started this company. That's why I dedicated my life to magnetic resonance stimulation. And since 15 years I travel all over the world. I gave about, I don't know, I stopped counting, but 2,000, maybe 3,000 lectures about this wonderful technology. And I think everybody needs one in his or her home. And I'm so glad that you're now part of the MediConsult family and help us to spread the word around the planet. So thank you so much, and I'm sure we're going to see each other soon at one of our next events. And just mark one event in your calendar, and this is the 15th of August. We're going to celebrate the first MediConsult Oktoberfest in the Toronto area, close to Oakville, close to our headquarters in Canada. And this will be a Saturday full of action, full of interesting meetings. We got Dr. Joel Carmichael, our medical director, talking about the future of magnetic resonance stimulation from a medical perspective. And we're also going to have the premiere of our new movie, of our new video, which is called Wave, the movie. This is an absolutely incredible and outstanding video about our company, about our philosophy, and about how we're gonna develop the biggest health network in the world. So be ready to take part of this event, and for now I wish you all the best. And you know, whatever business we do, always remember, try to do the business with your heart and your gut, and maybe a little bit with your brain, but the best business is, you know, the business from the heart and the gut. So, you know, enjoy the rest of your certification, enjoy the celebration of getting the certificate, and see you in one of our next events. Take care, bye bye, ciao.